Chris Allen, and this is the Chris Allen MMA show. Today I'm being joined by the new breed, I like to call them, who are coming through the UK MMA scene at the moment. You know, we've got someone here joining me today. It's Mr. Jafferson Mukisa. He's tearing through at the moment. He's had 4 fights and he's only been doing it barely any time at all. I bet you were just dying to get back in the scene, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I'm dying to just get back in the cage and just just do what I love to do. Like really, yeah.
That's it, mate. But I was going to say, yeah, well, thank you for coming on today. It's great to chat to you guys. You know, you up and coming fighters. I've seen your fights as well. You know, and mate, definitely a lot to come from you. Do you know what I mean? So let's start from the very beginning, mate. You're a young guy. MMA is the fastest growing sport in the UK at the moment. Like, what got you into it initially? Why did you start doing combat sports?
I've always because I used to love doing basketball because I didn't start doing MMA until I was like 21. But I used to love watching John Jones pulling off the spinning elbows and stuff like that. So I'd see that and be like, oh, that's cool. But I'd never tried it until I moved up to Newcastle. Cause I moved up for uni, and so I went to Northumbria Uni, and then I went there to uni for 3 years, and then after uni, I just ended up staying up because I met my coach I met my coach Matt Tinsdale. He's got a gym down in Byker, eh, on Lime Street down in Byker, Team Phoenix where I train. And so I met him, and then so I started going there while I was at uni, and then initially I just eh, I couldn't once I started doing it you if once you get access to that kind of sport you can't stay away from it, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. And after uni I was like, I can have a side hustle to pay bills, but this is really what I'm gonna do until I don't have to to do it. So it's
Exactly. What did
yeah.
you study? What did you study at uni?
I did psychology psychology with business.
That's good though, mate, as well, because obviously psychology is quite a big game of big part of the MMA game as well, isn't it? You know, being the
Yeah,
right mindset, all stepping in there.
yeah, it is, but I think I studied it for the wrong reasons. I think one of my regrets might have been going to uni, because it's like I one of my regrets is when I first saw MMA is not jumping into it head on and just saying this is what I'm gonna do, finding a gym and then maybe finding a part-time job to support myself, but just training that. Because it's when I went into it, because it's when you're 17, everyone asks you what do you want to do, what do you want to do, and you want to sound cool like what everyone else is doing. Oh, I want to do psychology, that sounds cool. Oh, I want to do law, that sounds cool. So
Yeah,
most of us end up jumping into those categories and doing stuff our mates are just doing. So it's I ended up doing it because it was cool, and then it was fun. I met some of my best friends at uni. There's a I don't regret it, because it's made me who I am today as well.
yeah,
Those experiences, but it's I did it for the wrong reasons. And like uh, initially I would love to go maybe when I'm done with fighting, maybe study psychology properly for the right reasons. Maybe because I left after second year, so it's
yeah.
maybe if I went back and studied it for the, because it's actually interesting when you go into it with the, because when you do everything the right way, it's when you everything done right, for the right reasons and stuff, then you can do it right. But going into it half-hearted and doing it because everyone cool, then if I'm making sense, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense completely, mate. Like I said, this is what you want to do. You've got to
Mm.
follow what your passion is, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Otherwise, you're not going to put 100% into it. All my family wanted to be an accountant and a lawyer, but doesn't everyone's parents? Do you know what I mean, man?
I know. It has to be
But
something you want, innit? Because
yeah, exactly. Exactly,
mm,
because you'll be getting up for work every day when you're a pro, getting paid well, and you'll be thinking, "Oh, I've got to go to work," but it won't feel like you're going to work.
I know. Yeah, yeah. It's not it's you have to love it as well, because it's in order to perform at your best, at your peak performance, it's you're passionate about it. I'm passionate about martial arts. It's learn the small steps to learn different moves, just the training, the grind of it. like, because it's like it's not easy, but it's like at the end of it, doing like say after like a session where you're like, oh, I have no energy today, but after doing it, like the way you feel like that, like after a day of like I've done a 9 to 5, I don't feel like that after completing the task.
No, not at all. I'm just dreading what time I got to get up and do it again.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's just a different. I know I can't do it forever, and like I want to hopefully maybe go into like a teaching or so maybe something like that. Make like I want to like a be a student of the game and learn martial arts properly. There's a grading at our gym, and so it's like it's not like black belts. It's like level 3, level 4. So like there's Muay Thai, there's shoot. So I'm learning for that. So it's like there's a certain stage where you get to where you can start teaching and being an instructor. So like but it's not just, I'm not just passionate about fighting, I'm passionate about martial arts as a whole. Like I want to learn as much as I can now.
Yeah,
I,
mate. That's
mm,
it, mate. It helps with the mixed martial arts as well. You know, learning
mm.
them all. But are you interested in competing in any competitions outside of the cage,
um um they like
like the
make
jiu-jitsu or grappling competitions,
yeah,
or
actually, yeah. I like, yeah, that's the one, that's the other thing. Like I was talking to my coach about, like starting to do like in the next couple months, like taking part in grappling competitions, because that will help me with my grappling side in the fighting as well. So it's like it may be tricky with avoiding injuries, but it's like I'm doing it in training at my gym and with my
but
training.
UFC fighters do it as well between
Yeah, yeah,
fights. You know? So
yeah. So it will go it will go a long way. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm looking to get into as well. Yeah.
well, there's so many of these different things popping up at the moment. You know, like there's different
Mm,
there's grapple fest. Obviously, Polaris is the big one. You know, and
mm,
there's all sorts. So it's getting more and more popular. And why not get stuck in? You know, between your
yeah.
fights, like if there's nothing going on. But to be fair, as an amateur, as you've seen in your career, you know, your last few fights were quite close together. You know, you like to stay active. You know, which must be driving you even more mad being stuck inside at the moment.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
usually, like, oh, I'll be fighting in a couple of months, but now
Yeah.
you don't know when you could be fighting next.
Yeah. It's like, and now it's like it's just training and like hoping something comes up soon. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a shame as well for the amateur scene,
Mm,
because obviously the amateur scene. Don't get me wrong. I've watched a lot of amateurs just like yourself, and a lot of you guys could easily. Some of these guys who are turning pro, you know, I feel they're still not at the level you guys can be at, and it's great to
mm,
watch the amateurs come through, and then look at companies like Cage Warriors Academy.
mm,
They're putting all these amateurs through as well, mate. So
mm.
that's always great on our front door. But the problem is that they want people to come in and sit in seats, don't they, and buy tickets and things
I
like that.
know. Yeah. And
So until we can actually have crowds, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
at the moment that's not possible, is it? No. But it's like I would hopefully like I'm trying to look I'm trying to be positive about it and say like, because it's like, I mean, we've come a long way, man. I mean, we were in lockdown and now it's like slowly we're going out. So hopefully within the next few months we'll have events again, because it's like I like it because I'm this is a new thing I'm trying with my training as well. So it's just stay positive about, like, look, not like just say positive even when things are going wrong, but it's like try and like look at glass half full as opposed to empty.
That's it, man.
Yeah, so hope
Hey, luckily age is on your side though, mate. A year out's not the end of the world for someone like yourself, you know.
I'm 20. I turned 27 the other day, mate. Like,
Oh, I turned 27 the other day. Listen, but mate, you're not even really fully in your prime yet. You know what I mean? So, you've got so much time under your belt. And talking about time as well, if you don't mind saying, your first fight, I think it might have been your first fight, and then we didn't see you for nearly a year. Is that right? Why was
yeah.
that? If you don't mind saying.
Like so my first fight, like that happened, and then it was just because my gym is like my gym is like a different kind of gym. It's not like the like there's other gyms where it's just fighters, where my gym is more like it's more for like they teach, it's more like a martial art. It, it's more focused on it's not more focused on self defense, but it's for everyone. And so it's not like there's a lot of fighters there. So it's like um he wasn't as focused on fighters at that time. But then I think it was just like I had a few, like my coach put on a few K1 fights as well.
Okay, well, did you have a few K1 but in between that time?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I had one in between that time or another one in between a few the other MMA fights I had, but like it wasn't as focused on MMA as like it is becoming now. It's still focused on it now, but it's not like a fighter's gym, because
Yeah,
there's like fighters gym, and then there's a gym where anyone could turn up, like at that gym, like a beginner could turn up and I could be paired up with the beginner. So it's like they teach us, like it's like good and bad. It's like, because it's like they teach me to be able to like to train with a beginner and make sure I have the patience, because it's like have the patience to like make sure, like, because it may take him a lot longer to do it, and
yeah.
it's like if I'm partnered up with like a fighter, then he may be quicker doing drills, but it's like it's sort of trying to teach you that you aren't always as good as you are now. And so it's like those people who walk in, you still have to have patience for them. You're still gonna have time to like go hard or drill fast with people your own level. But it's like it taught like it taught me good, like it taught me patience and stuff like that. And like I'm trying to explain it the best way I
I
can.
know, I know what you mean. I do know exactly what you mean. You know, it's like teaching just to be tolerant and wait for
Yeah,
them to get better. Don't like try and be like I can beat them sort of thing. But you're
yeah,
looking to get someone like yourself who wants to get into training. That's got to
mm,
be like eventually training people. That's got to be
yeah,
important. Like having patience. Because I'm
mm,
not going to lie, if you trained me, I'd be awful. You know, I'd have to drill a jab straight. I'd have to drill like a two shot combo for a week. You know, so
mm,
if
yeah.
you're patient with people, then that's going to be the biggest part of the game.
Yeah, but that's another thing that what I love about my coach, because it's like is so inclusive, because like I know fighters who just want to train with fighters who have, because and you have to understand, because you have to be selfish. You like, this is your career. You like you need someone who's like who's not gonna make things a lot longer than they are, who's gonna get it right away, but what my coach tries to instill in me is like, not everyone you're gonna train with is gonna be on your level. Some are gonna be a lot lower, some are gonna be a lot higher. So you just have to be able to like adjust and work with everyone. And like, yeah, yeah. I hope I explained it best though. Well,
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no, you
mm,
didn't. You sorry, I turned the mic off then because a really loud car went by. That's
mm,
all. So, no, you explained it perfectly, mate. And it's great if someone obviously so young as yourself, you know, you've got that patience and knowledge already, and it's gonna be amazing for you as an advantage going forward through this. And it tells like in your performances and your attitude towards the fight. Because I don't like to talk about it, but obviously your last fight, you probably fought the toughest guy that you fought to date, and also you had a fighter before him. That was a late replacement, wasn't it? Your last fight.
yeah, it was crazy, because I was looking forward to it. It was a good matchup, mate. It was a good matchup. It was like, it was a tough guy. He liked to grapple. Like, so I was like, this is gonna be good. And then last minute they swap it up. And then like I don't like I think I, I was more annoyed with myself, because like I messed it up, because I like it was because I got zealous. Because do you know where I think I lost it? Because I think momentum was turning towards
Yeah,
towards my side.
yeah.
It was in the third, because he'd won the first round. I'd won the second, barely won the second, and like barely won the second, and then the third one, it was slowly. I was building. I was slowly, because in the first one, like, what, I wasn't fainting. I wasn't doing like I wasn't. I was just trying to like take him out. So I started doing that a little bit in the second round, and then in the third round, I was slowly doing that. But then when like it's crazy, because it's like when the opportunity was there for me, but it's my reaction that messed me up. Because when he slipped, I went for a Superman punch, and I lost my balance.
Yeah, but
And
that's
you know
what I
how
love about
he,
you, man. And that's what
yeah,
I love. You throw that crazy. You've definitely been watching John Jones, but yeah, carry on, man.
yeah, and it's like, you know how easy, how vulnerable you are when like you're throwing that shit. It's like, it's like, it's like, it's crazy because I'll probably do that again with some stupid shit. I'll probably fine, but I think it's like I should have just, as soon as he did, I should have just backed up, maybe jabbed him, took my time, maybe tipped him, kept going, because he was like he was slowly gonna break, like he wasn't gonna try and take me because I take me down because I was being careful. I was building up, but it was just how do you how did you say it? Like, it was
Well, you're well, that's exactly how you were saying it. To be fair, the second round was the tighter round, but in my eyes, if that was a 5 round fight, I
mm,
reckon you would have done in the last two, if not finished him
mm,
personally. Because you're
mm,
right, you're building momentum. He was starting to gas a little bit, and when it did come to the judges, I didn't know which way to put it that much. To be fair, it was a close one. Like, what were you feeling when you were coming to the decision?
to the decision. I
What
knew
did
I'd
you think?
lost.
Like, what did you know? Do you think you'd lost?
I knew, I knew I'd lost. I knew I'd only won. I knew I'd only barely won the second round. Actually, the third, I'd only barely won the second round, and then the third round, it was going all right. But when he took me down, it was just like, it was just, and
Do you know what though? The best thing is about it is still your amateur career, and you got to experience two quite important things in my eyes in anyone's MMA career.
mm,
It's one to experience a loss, and how to come back better and how to be mentally better, not think, oh, I'm just going to give up now,
mm,
and also that you got to experience a 3 round fight because obviously your other fights you just finish everyone pretty damn quickly. So,
yeah,
so how did it feel going for that long? Did you feel good?
it was good. It was like, it was like. It was like it was a good, it wasn't like, it wasn't the worst, I wasn't the worst case. It was just processing everything. It was like I would, you, because you try and slow stuff down and then you slow it down. At the end of the fight, there was a million things going through my face, through my mind. This girl comes outside and she goes, when is your next fight? I'm like, because you booked me with that title fight, and then
Yeah.
I'm I'm like, I think then, but my mind was just, because it was, every time I talk about that, it was just because but it changed, it changed me, like
Did it make you more focused to want to get better, or did it hit you as if like, oh, I don't know what I want to do now going forward?
just made me very focused. Like, it's like I knew what I was doing wrong. It was just like this, like it's like I knew what I wasn't doing. It wasn't more what I was doing wrong. Actually, I was doing wrong because I wasn't doing everything I was, because I'm living like a fighter now.
Well,
Because
don't
it's like,
put yourself down, man. Don't put yourself down. That's all I can say. That guy was 5-0. And it was last minute. That's something serious to someone to step in last minute. But you took the fight. That's the most important thing.
mm. So I was, yeah, I was fighting regardless. I was like, because like it was just, I was, when they said that the guy, because the guy ended up cornering him though. That was, but it was just, I don't know.
I think someone maybe got scared, but anyway. But yeah, it was a shame because we did have an exciting fight ready for you to go against Shay Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
And he's a tough opponent as well. And again, straight back in there. I think he's 6-1. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But
mm,
but yeah, man. So obviously, were you before all this happened, sort of thing? Was that the fight you were training and getting ready for?
yeah, I was looking forward to it. Yeah, yeah, that was another like good fight. I think
It will still
this fight.
happen, brother. That
Eh?
fight will still happen. That fight will still happen.
Yeah, yeah, literally that 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 was what, because I think this loss that I just had, it was good preparation for that fight, because I think they're similar size, and and but I think that guy will be a lot more aggressive striking wise, and I don't I, I'm looking forward to it though, because he's supposed to be champion, isn't he? Like, Because
Yeah, it's yeah, they definitely are, and I'm sure they still want the fight as well. You know, I'm sure that's still something they want to do. And to me, that is just such a amazing fight to watch as well. You know, it's such a great fight between the two of you, and it's just great to see two of the youngest, some of the best at the division. You know, your age group. You know, just making a bit of war. And yeah, mate, we will make that fight happen again. Don't worry, at Shogun MMA for sure, mate. And
right. I like how it was just like I'm just like I'm trained like me. It's like I have like so it's like I have like what I was saying about that loss of that basically what the way it changed me. It was like before I was training like I was going to gym like Monday to Friday, and then but I was still there was workouts that I was doing in between, but it wasn't like as strict. I was maybe going for a run maybe 3 times a week, but it's like after ever since that fight, it's just like I have work, I have things that I live like a fighter now. It's like I wake up and then there's workouts that I do. I do at least 5 workouts a day, and so those workouts are at least 45 minutes, and then there's also like yoga. There's a lot of stuff that I wasn't doing that could give me advantages when I'm in there, and then like the things for my mind focusing on that I wasn't looking into that. Because when you first come in, you think it's just, oh, I just want to throw punches. I just want, you think that it's all about that, but it's like there's a lot more that you have to be doing to like make sure that when it comes to actually throwing hands, because it's like throwing hands is the easy part. That's the
yeah,
easy part. It's the fun bit. It's like the other parts. It's like once you get those parts sorted, it makes it even more sweeter because it's like you walk in there. It's like, mate, it's like if you do the work, your opponent could be anyone. If you know you've done all you could. You could go in there, win, lose. Did you see the Darren Till fight?
yeah,
Mate, he went in there, he gave his best. To me, he won. He knew he'd put in. He looked like someone who'd put in work. If you put in work, then like it's not something you have to believe to like you have to prove to someone. It's something because you're always gonna be there 24/7. So it's like if you know you put in the work, then you're gonna walk with that confidence to the cage. You're gonna go in there fight. But if you know you haven't put in the work, the first hard punch you take is like that you're not gonna be able to take it in the mind. It'll be easier to cover and like maybe like to not even stay calm when you're taking shots. So it makes everything harder. There's no confidence. So it's like I'm a different fighter to make it simple after that loss. So it's like whoever I have to face in the future, I'm not worried about them. My coach has a saying called Biahala now, what come may. It's like you focus on what you can do. As long as you've done your to-do list, everything else will be fine. It's like you just that's all you can do. Like Biahala now, what come may. You do what you can do, and then whatever can will come your way will come your way, and then
that's it, mate. That's it. That's the great thing about this sport. You know, the more you put in, the more you get out of it. You know, and it does all rest on your shoulders, unlike like a team game or something like that. You know, in a football game, you can score a hat trick and still lose 4-3. You know what I mean? So, and then you're still losing team. But if you score a hat trick, let's say in the MMA world, you're winning titles.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like everything is on you, so it's like if you because that's why you have to love it, because when you love it, because it's like when everything is on you, it's like it, I think I think I'm going on a bit too much, but
Ah,
basically
not at all.
it's just like I love this sport a lot, man. It's just like the learning bit of it, and then it's like because it's also like it's like seeing training partners improve as well. That like I never realized how like good that made me feel better. Like when you're training with someone, say you've been training with someone for 3 months, and then like they come back, like they keep coming back, and then eventually you see them starting new moves, and then inspiring. They like maybe they land a spinning kick on you that they've never landed before, and you both lose your mind, and you're like, whoa! And I'm that kind of nerd with it. So it's like I can't wait for everything to get back to normal, so I can just get back to doing that, mate. It's just
That's it, man. Sorry, excuse the camera work here for a second. I'm having to move back in now because my battery's about to die. So 1 second, mate. This is so super professional. It's all good. So yeah, man. But just grab in here. So what? Obviously, with all the gyms being closed and everything like that, you know, saying about training partners, what have you done? What have you been doing to stop yourself turning into a light heavyweight?
Basically, so I have workouts that I do by myself, and then I've also because there was rules where you could like meet up with like two people, but where it's like I think two people in your bubble or something, and so there was someone who lived close to me who would like train. I got a park next to me, and so hold pass for each other, and then but gyms are slowly they're slowly opening up, and my gym actually opened up last Saturday, and my coach holds like one-to-ones as well. But also about like the like what I've been doing to not turn into a light heavyweight. But so I wake up, and then there's like a small like floor state workout I do that's like 30 minutes to wake up my whole body. I think to simplify it, like I stretch the whole part of my body, and then I do 45-minute like full body like BJJ workout. So basically that's basically like small so it's 5 rounds. So the first round will be either be legs, will either be core work. So each round will focus on a specific part. Like it may be a round for core work, a round for legs, a round for cardio, and there'll be things like triangle, like drills like triangle, like Kimura drills, stuff like that. And each round will be like a minute. So I'll do that for like 45 minutes, and then after that, I'll move into a Thai warm up workout. That's like 15 minutes, and then MMA shadow boxing for like half an hour, and then after that yoga for like 25 minutes, and that's the morning done. And then most of the time, hopefully I'm able to go meet a mate from a gym that the park that I told you about that I live next to. And so we'll
Yeah.
go there and hold pass for each other sometimes when he's available. And I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, we started being able to do one-to-one. So I'm able to book one-to-ones as well now. So it's like it hasn't affected me that bad. I've been able to like stay in shape properly. Yeah. So yeah.
That's the main thing, right?
Yeah. Like what I was trying to say, I was trying to like try and like because it's easy, like it's easy to like let this affect you. So it's like I was like I'm trying to like maybe take advantage of it. So like make the most of it, because there'll be a lot of guys out there just sitting on the couch eating. So stay in shape, and hopefully by the time I'm back, it'll be like I'm a lot sharper and ready to keep going.
That's it, mate. Well, that's going to be the important thing. Because you said, if a lot of people just sit around doing nothing, you know, you never know. They could say tomorrow they'll open the doors for everyone, and you could get a call up. You know, and then what if you're not ready? They'll be like, "Well, I'm not. I need a month." You know, how long do you reckon you'll need? Like, if let's say tomorrow let's say next week there's a fight available. Are you ready to do that sort of thing now, or would you need to take some time and cut a bit?
I'm I'm in, I'm, I'm in shape for a fight. I'm in shape
Nice.
for a fight actually. Yeah, because I'll go. Yeah, like I'm walking around like 85, lose a kilo real fast.
Yeah,
And yeah, so unless it's like 77, but even if they gave me 2 weeks for that, there's there's a lot of ways to around that. But yeah, I'll probably be ready for fight next week. Yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. That's always good to
Mm.
know as well. I'll keep my ears open for you for sure. But no, mate. But again, I'm hearing a lot of people saying like November sort of time they're going to start opening the doors and letting people in. But again, we don't know, do we, until the government say we can do this sort of stuff.
Mm.
But what I'm worried about is that are people actually going to want to go and be in large crowds so soon after everything ending? Is that also going to be an issue? What do you think?
Come on, man. Like, people are
Sorry,
urging to
speak
get out.
positive. Sorry.
People are crying to get out there. Like, it's like people like they got like they're having to keep people. They're having to like restrict people. Like, people want to get out. Like, if you give people a chance to go out there, like who's gonna turn that down? It's like, and like I feel like the UFC is helping the sport a lot because it's like MMA is one of the main sports that's kept going regardless, and so it's like a lot of fans have had no choice but to like watch MMA. So there's been a lot of people that have been educated about MMA. So it's like I think there won't be an issue about people turning. Once the government says it's okay for large crowds to happen, I think people will like fly out. It'd be like, because mate, think about it. That's a night out for someone. It's like, hey, it's a free night out. You go watch a bunch of fights, and then after go out have drinks. Like, people are not gonna turn that down, especially up in Newcastle, or if anywhere around the UK, or even like in New Zealand. They're already out. They're like, I think, was it Israel Adesanya who had on Snapchat where there were a live event with fights happening and people, there was full crowds. So I don't think there'll be an issue with people. Not like the kind of people that go to MMA events are not the people that they won't care. I don't think. Anyways.
No,
But,
I hope so anyway, mate. I
mm,
hope so for sure. But we just need the government to hurry up and get this done. But it's not looking good with some countries. There's some countries like Spain already putting people in lockdown again, and all around the world. So let's just hope it doesn't carry on for too much longer, mate. Because otherwise, you guys are all gonna have to fight a weight class heavier. And it's just gonna get boring.
I know that yeah, that won't be fun. Like, wait, like, imagine having to fight someone that light heavyweights. That would be crazy.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine you walking in there like heavyweight? Actually, I couldn't imagine it, to be fair. But anyway, you're not a small guy, mate. I'm pretty tall myself. You're not too far off me either. So yeah, mate, fair play to you. But again, I said you're 27 now, so we're looking coming into, as they say, the prime between 28 and 32, whatever they call it, sort of thing. I think it's just for someone like you, it's just really important that we get back in there as soon as possible, because you need to keep building and building. And when are you going to decide? When are you going to think to yourself, I want to turn pro? What's it going to take?
Like, basically, because that last fight was really good. Like, especially that I didn't see it coming. So like I needed like fights that test me. Like, so maybe three more fights like that. Maybe next year. The plan was hopefully next year. It was like maybe because my coach, when I spoke to my coach about it, was like we'll do like 6 or 7 fights and then we'll assess. And then like like I was thinking as well. It was like I needed to be tested. You didn't want to be one guy who went through a bunch of amateurs and then never had a loss. Or no, it's not even necessarily having a loss, but having like someone to test all your skills, and then like I don't know, like being properly tested as a fighter, like fully go having a fight where you're in there where you don't know whether you're gonna win or not, and then coming out and then still going. It's just it was more about like I don't I don't know how, but it was more to like get in as many rounds as I could, to get to a point where I'm just comfortable. Like, cause I want to be like a kind of fighter where it's like I have like MMA. It's an MMA fight where I'm comfortable everywhere, where I'm calm, where because if I've put in as many rounds as I can, and I've been in so many experiences, and in a lot of experiences, but good and bad, and like my mentality is always the same to just keep going, then it'll make it a lot easier, my progress. So I think the plan is hopefully next year. I
Yeah,
know
man, that's it.
that was a long-winded answer, but
Yeah,
hopefully.
that's no, no, that's nice. I was going to ask you what. You know, you just answered all the questions to me anyway, so it made my life easier. So it's all good. But yeah, you're right. You know, see, would you like to get a couple of amateur belts as well in the process? Well, obviously you're not going to say no, but is that something that's necessary? Like, let's say there were no title fights planned for you. If all three fights were non-title but good tests for you, though, would you still be happy to move on?
Yeah, the belt is not necessary. Like, it's just like I'm a champion regardless, man. It's just like like it's like you see, if I know I'm putting in the work, so it's like a belt is not gonna prove shit to me. It's just I think it's just more getting the experience and getting the rounds in the like because it's like I know like I can like trust talk and be like yeah I can do it, but it's like if I pull in the round and I pull and I'm it's like I've gone through the experience constantly, then it like it'll give me a lot more confidence and stuff. Yeah, I guess okay, yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. I love your attitude towards the game, mate. I love how you think about it all as well. You know, like how you really analyze everything you do and what you need to be doing going forward. You know, that's a lot of fight intelligence, as they call it, from someone who's been doing this for a lot longer than you have. You know, so I think you've got the advantage there, and you've got the maturity. You know, to what it because the problem is some of these amateurs they start like 8, 17, even younger. Some of them, you know, and they
Mm,
want to turn pro when they're 20. You know, because they've had a few wins here and there. But it's a different story. You know, the
mm,
pros. You know,
yeah.
and mate, I'd love to see you turn pro, mate. There's so many opportunities out there. Especially in the UK, the 84 kg weight class. There's people out there. Don't get me wrong, but it is a struggling. You know, there's not as many. Let's say. You know,
Mm,
in the UK, we've got lots of big guys, we've got lots of small guys, but we haven't got many in the middle. You know,
mm, mm,
so it's definitely something I can't wait to venture. And it'd be great to have you on one of our Shogun cards where we can say he was an amateur, now he's fighting a pro. That'd be
mm.
quite cool to fight as an Ami and as a pro on the same show.
It'd be cool, man. It'd be like be awesome actually. Yeah. Hopefully next year. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, like yeah. Hopefully towards the end of next year.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, we'll do something different. We'll give you two fights in one night, yeah? You can have your Ami fight, and then if you win it and you're happy, you can turn pro and fight a pro later on.
That'd be good. That'd be fucking awesome. Man. Fucking cool.
Everyone will be looking at this thinking, who's this guy? He's gone amateur then pro in the same night.
That'd be crazy. Like,
But all right, I can throw elbows now. It's all good, you know?
yeah,
Perfect.
just
Does
throwing
that
out.
is that something that you'd like to utilize more? Is the elbows in the game? Because obviously the amateur game, the rules are slightly more restricted, you know, with certain submissions and stuff like that. Is
Yeah,
is
yeah, because
elbows something you want to use a lot more? Do you train them elbows?
yeah, my coach is like he's a
Oh, yeah,
Thai.
Tiger. Yeah,
Yeah, like he's not Thai, but like he loves his Thai. Like
that's
he
what I meant.
gave
Yeah,
yeah he gave me like my first shots like it said Tiger Blood. He was fucking use jokes, but yeah like I've been like using them a lot, but more in my shadow boxing as well because it's like it'd be interesting when I go pro because it's like even now because it's like when I'm shadow boxing I'm using them, but it's funny because it's like when I'm competing it's like something in my mind tells me not to throw them like here because it's amateur in it, so I have to be I can't throw them or you get disqualified. But yeah, it'd be fun. Like yeah, especially like all the John Jones videos I've seen.
oh, yeah, I've seen your kicks and how you throw them. You are like a John Jones, you know, definitely, man. You know, the weight class lower then, but yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I
And
appreciate.
it shows in your style. You know, it shows in your style. You've got the Adesanya, John Jones sort of style. You know, you throw great kicks as well and stuff. And mate, again, it's just such a great time to be involved in the MMA world, mate. You know, fastest growing sport in the UK. I think I said earlier, and
Mm.
you're a part of it. You know, and mate, people know who you are as well. You
Really?
know, in the north they do, mate. Yeah, when I said to them boys about you, Shay Smith about fighting you, they're like, oh yeah, we know who he is. Yeah, let me talk. You know, we'll have that fight for sure. So
Oh,
it's
oh,
yeah, mate.
yeah.
So there you are, man. So people,
Oh,
it's because remember, well, you get 3 wins in your amateur career, mate. You know, like quick ones as well. You know
mm,
what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
people are going to notice, and
Mm,
that's what it's all about, mate. Yeah, you're a superstar. You didn't even know it. But but when I talk about like with the owners of Shogun, Aiden and Jeff, You know, that's the first thing they say is like, we need to get Jaffa on the card and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, mate, you're one of the people we like to go to first, and I appreciate you turning up on weight and putting on a good show every time.
Appreciate you guys always like having someone there for me to like to have some fisticuffs with. So I don't know if that's the right terminology, but yeah, I always appreciate the opportunity.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, your next fight, it's not MMA though, it's bare knuckle. Is that right?
Hey, I'm game.
But it's like that left way stuff, you know. Was it left way or whatever it's called? You know, the elbows and the headbutts and all sorts of stuff.
What's it? Yeah, I think it's called left way. Yeah, that's
Left
correct.
or something. It's not pronounced like that. That's that. Those guys are nuts.
They use headbutts as well, mate.
Yeah, headbutts, elbows to their head on the floor. You know, knees to their head on the floor.
That's crazy. And like, you know what's crazy is like, apparently when you get knocked out, they can wake you up and and give you an
You get
option.
2 minutes. You get 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes to recover. They can that's them to wake you up and chuck you back in there.
I've seen a guy who's been knocked out and then he woke up and he won. Like
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's mental. Like that's like yeah. What were we talking about again? Like
Throwing elbows or something like that. I think we went to.
yeah,
But then
yeah,
to the
yeah.
left wing guys, and I was going to put you in a
It'd
bare
be
knuckle fight
interesting.
instead.
Yeah, you're talking about left foot fights and bare knuckle fights, isn't it?
Mate, we've thought about that for Shogun because it's getting more popular. Let's maybe put one or two on. Why not? You know, but I'm always worried about bare knuckles. Someone get hurt.
Especially in the northeast, you get a crowd for that. You get a big crowd for that. Oh yeah, remember that message you sent me about Sports Central? Have you ever like thought any further about it? Because that would be a good venue, you know.
Where was that? Yeah, I do remember. Where was that again? Where was that located?
It's Northumbria Uni.
Yeah, that was it. The uni thing, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Do you know, it was so long ago that was as well, wasn't it? Yeah, but the thing is, I'm trying to. I've approached all venues and stuff like that, and it's just no one's even talking to you at the moment. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But no, we'll definitely get on the case on that one. The other, if when the one up north as well would be the same venue you went to before.
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I like that venue actually. The tiered seating, which was quite nice.
Yeah. It was pretty nice. Yeah. And I was saying like I saw on the page they were talking about they were talking about hosting a tournament in like abroad, possibly having like Shogun.
Yeah. That's always been the plan from day one, to take a Shogun abroad to like Tenerife or Mallorca or something like that and put a load of fights on out there. So say we get a few of you guys over, we get a few local Spanish guys, mate, and we'll see what happens.
That would be, mate. How cool would be that? Like that, like imagine like that would be cool. Like it would be like in like a house, and then like just like train, and then like have a tournament or something like that.
That'd be great. Just all I say is keep selling those tickets, man, because the money's going to go towards that. So that's it.
That would be pretty cool. When I saw about that, I was like, whoa. I'd be like if that ever happens, like sign me up for that. Like that would be
a two-week tournament sort of thing. So you could fight so many times in a 2-week period, sort of thing.
Like the experience from that, like that would be pretty cool. Like yeah.
Get an outdoor cage. That'd be better. Be hot though.
Yeah. Like, I think it would like, yeah, it would help your performance because you get less tired outside because like
or oxygen and stuff.
Actually, it depends if it's hot or not.
Well, you're gonna end up having guys getting sunstroke, getting sunburned by the third round. You know.
yeah. It depends if it's somewhere like actually, yeah, more bare, yes.
We'll go to Marbella and get all the old British gangsters who run away from the law from the UK. No problem. So that's where they all run off to. But no, I hope that gets sorted out, because that is definitely something they want to do. That is definitely something they want to do, and that'd be great to take you all over to Spain and let's see what's going on over there.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah. If that ever happens, I'd be happy.
But first things first, let's just get a bloody show through the door in the northeast. You know what I mean? Let's get that done. And as soon as we're literally just waiting for the venue to turn around to us and say, let's go. We're open now. We'll let people in. Let's do it. Mm. So until that happens, you'll hear from me anyway, of course. Because you'll be on the card. Right, it's going to be great. And yeah, I'm blabbing on now. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a good card, and it'd be good to have you back, mate. And just before I let you go as well, mate, I just want to say thanks for jumping on, mate. It's great chatting to you. You're someone I could sit down and talk to, and then I look at the clock and it's 3 hours later, sort of thing. So it's great to hear your input, your the way you think about the game, it's even such an early start to your career, you know, and it's great to see the up and coming talent, the new breed. You guys have been learning MMA as a whole, opposed to doing a bit of judo beforehand for a while, then learning MMA. So it's going to be good, mate. See how you will get on. So I want to give you the opportunity just to give a shout out, mate, to anyone, if you can remember everyone who got you to where you are now, mate, and you know, and also where people can follow you on social media.
Okay. Now, thank you. Thanks for having me, man. Obviously, it's always fun speaking to you. Because you always like have time for me, and then the opportunities, because it's hard to get matchups, and like I always appreciate that. Like, yeah,
the up
and
and comers, man. You're the up and comers, mate. You're the new breed, as I call you all, man. You're the future of the sport, you guys. It's important that we talk to you a lot and get your names out there and let you tell your story, you know.
Yeah, you keep saying how good my perspective is, but like it wouldn't be good without my coach. Like literally, he's a really good coach, Matt Tinsdale. Like his gym, Team Phoenix, down in Biker on Lime Street. Like it's like his perspective is it's like his perspective on martial arts is like on martial arts is like supposed to be inclusive. It's like you're learning to be like you're learning to self-defense, but you're also learning to be a nice person. So it's like it goes hand in hand. So it's like really good martial artists are good people as well. So it's like that's why he tries installing people as well. So I'd like to give him a shout out too as well. And my training partners, Connor, Carl, I can't remember all of them. You can give me a follow on our Instagram, Jefferson MMA, and yeah, basically that's pretty much it. Jefferson MMA, and I'm not on Twitter. Basically, obviously, anyone saying he's not on Twitter. Anyways, that's it.
I don't even know how to use Twitter, mate. Don't worry. I do, but it confuses a lot. I just use Facebook and Instagram. Oh, Instagram, I'm learning as well now. So there we go. But I'm 33 years old. I must be getting old. But anyway, yeah, I remember the days when the internet first came along. Social media was random chat rooms of people around the world, mate. That's dodgy as fuck. So,
mate, like €5 know how to use social media now. It's getting crazy. Like,
mate, I've got a kid in the way, and I'm telling you now, they're not going to spend their life looking at an iPad because, you know what I mean?
Get them outside. Get them in the garden, running about.
Mate, I've got a girl coming in. I know what young boys are like. You know what I mean? So she's gonna be learning how to defend herself pretty quickly, mate. Don't worry about that.
Good luck, mate.
I'll send her up to train with you lot for a week.
Yeah, we'll always look out for
her. Cool, Van Bull. Obviously, I'm hoping I will see you this year, mate, in person.
Yeah.
You know, at Shogun. That'd be great.
Appreciate it. Thanks for always having time for me, man. Cheers.
Anytime, mate. We'll keep in touch, and if I hear of any amateur fights knocking about, I'm sure I'll let you know as well.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Stay safe, man.
Just Jaffa, brother.
Good luck with the little one. Like.
Oh, joy. I'm gonna go build a wardrobe. Right, speak to you later.